A year ago, I made a video going over every plush made under the Sega Sonic branding. Sega Sonic the Hedgehog is a name you hear so much on this channel, and for good reason. For almost a decade, they gave Japan so many amazing Sonic plushes, giving people opportunities to win them by playing UFO catchers. Seriously, they made almost 100 plushes, but just like all great things, they always end. And in 1998, after the release of their last sets, the pastel Sonic and Tails plushes, they changed something, their name, with them now going under the name SegaPrize. Just like that, it was the end of an era. Seeing Sonic jump to 3D with a new modern design, I guess it was time to change. SegaPrize would make several sets for the adventure era. While seeing that it's been a year, like I said, I felt it's finally time to conclude the series by finishing off the Sega Sonic history by covering their new name, SegaPrize. So in today's video, I will be looking at every plush and plush set made by SegaPrize, give you my thoughts on them, give some facts, and even rank every single one of them at the end. I'm Sega Sonic Guy, and this is the history of every SegaPrize Sonic plush. Let's begin, shall we? In 1998, after the last Sega Sonic plushes, the new SegaPrize made their first set. Let me introduce Sonic Adventure. SA1 is Sonic's first officially acknowledged 3D game, with the blue rat finally making an appearance in the mainline 3D game. The game was made for the Sega Dreamcast and was later ported to the GameCube, under the new name Sonic Adventure DX. The game is pretty popular among fans who love it, though it might not hold up that greatly nowadays. It's widely known as one of Sonic's best games. While for the upcoming Sonic Adventure, there's a set of plushes made to promote the new game, the Sonic Adventure plush set. This set consists of two waves. For wave 1 there was Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Big the Cat, and Neutral Chow. Then in wave 2 there was Amy, Eggman, E102 Gamma, and Night's Chow. Seeing that this is a set for Sonic Adventure, these are some of the first ever plushes to have the modern design. Along with that, there were some characters that got their first plush, like Big, the Chows, and E102 Gamma. Unlike most Sega Sonic plushes, these are a jump in size compared to them, with them standing around 12 to 15 inches, and with that it allows for more detail to be on them. These plushes look amazing. They're some of the most game accurate plushes there is, and still hold up to this day. Although the character selection is fine, I do believe they could have replaced Night's Chow for Chaos or Tikal, but overall I can't complain, these plushes look amazing. And I guess people think I'm right, because these plushes can run you a couple hundred, or a few thousand in some cases. Yeah, these plushes are pretty rare. Fact time. This is a pretty notorious picture of wave 1 of the set, that depicts every plush in wave 1. But if you look and analyze it for a minute, these plushes look pretty different compared to what we see on the final releases. Sonic and Knuckles' mouth is different, and Chow looks pretty strange. Well, these aren't the only time we see them, as there is some commercials promoting Sonic Adventure, and in those commercials they use the plushes. I'll play both of the commercials.
Sonic Adventure!
Oi Sonic, 本当にやるのか? ああ。俺は冒険が大好きなのさ。
Okay, Sonic, go!
やっほー！あらあ
ソニックはアドベンチャーが好き。ソニックアドベンチャー。ドリームキャスト。
Sonic Adventure!
おいソニック、本当にやるのか? ああ。俺は冒険が大好きなのさ。ソニック！
ソニックはアドベンチャーが好き。ソニックアドベンチャー。Dreamcast!
Pretty strange, right? In the first one, all the plushes are in a helicopter, with Sonic being thrown out the fall. Now something to note is that the Sonic and Knuckles plushes at least, seem to have wires in them. Seeing that in some shots are seen being able to stand upright, or just being still and not flopping around. In the second commercial, once again we can see the whole wave 1. Sonic is thrown down a waterfall, into an area of water that's filled with alligators. Now interestingly, the Sonic plush thrown isn't the Adventure plush, it's actually the Sega Sonic plush. While writing the script for this section, I found some very good quality pictures of the whole set, with there being a lot for wave 2. Though it doesn't seem there's too much different in the wave 2 pictures, but I just really wanted to show them off because it's really cool. The last thing before we move on is that these plushes had different releases. In the US, you can only buy wave 1 online, while in Japan wave 1 and 2 were able to be won in UFO catchers. For being the first plushes since the new branding, they're really good, and I can't wait to see what they have next. In 2001, a year after the last wave of Sonic Adventure plushes, a new game was released, the greatest sequel to a Sonic game, Sonic Adventure 2. SI2 is a game made for the Dreamcast and was ported quickly to the GameCube, since the Dreamcast was later discontinued afterward. Along with that, 2001 was Sonic's first celebration year. The 10th anniversary was the first celebration for the Sonic franchise, so Sonic Adventure 2 is an anniversary game. Remember that for later. Anyway, just like the first game, SegaPrize made a brand new plush set for the new game. Let me introduce the Sonic Adventure 2 plush set. It consists of 5 plushes: Rouge, Hero Chow, Tails, Shadow, and Soap Shoe Sonic. It's a lot smaller than the Adventure 1 set, but it does make up for it in quality. These are the most amazing looking Sonic plushes ever. They're pretty big, standing around the same size as the Adventure 1 plushes, so around 12 to 15 inches. These plushes are really popular and for good reason. They look outstanding and just amazing, along with giving us the first and probably the best plushes of some characters, like Shadow, Rouge, and Hero Chow. Since there's plushes like Shadow and Rouge that have their first plushes in this set, they're very rare, more rare than Adventure 1. Each plush will run you a few thousand, which is crazy, but there's another reason. You probably know where I'm going with this. Let me introduce you to a shoe brand, Soap Shoes. In the 2000s, soap shoes were pretty popular. They're shoes that are made to grind on things like rails and stuff like that, while for some reason they were able to collab with Sonic. In the game, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic has a new pair of kicks, and wears his own pair of soap shoes throughout the whole game, along with there being posters advertising soap shoes in the game. Well, I guess it didn't work because the company fell down in 2001. Anyway, Sonic's shoes look really cool, and SAT2 was the only time we got to see him wear them for a long time, so any merchandise depicting him wear them are very sought after, like the Joyride Sonic figure. And the same thing has happened to the Sonic. If that wasn't bad enough to the rarity, there's another thing. These are anniversary plushes. The 10th anniversary to be exact. It's kinda hard to notice, but if you look very closely at the tag, you can see the logo, which makes these the first ever anniversary plushes. Great. Fact time. There's a couple of plush set images that have a few differences from the final plushes. It's mostly Shadow, who seems to have a whole different facial expression. Another fact that I want to mention is that Sonic has had many releases. He wasn't just limited to the SA2 set, no. Throughout the 2000s and 2010s, Sega has made different variations of the plush. The plush itself is identical, but the tag has a way different look. They're commonly given out to people at contests and special events, but one of the most notorious releases is the South Korea plush. Let me introduce you to the South Korean Soap Shoe Sonic plush. This guy was a pre-order bonus with Sonic Heroes. There's some differences compared to the main plush we see, like the eyes being upside down, the shoes being made differently, and the tag that says Sonic Heroes, along with the Sonic Team logo on the side, but overall a great pre-order bonus. There's also another spotting of the Soap Shoes plush, and it's, pretty strange. In 2017, Sega decided to collab with Hooters for some reason. It was to promote Sonic Forces, and while that's cool and all, Soap Shoes Sonic was seen all over the place. Not to be bought, just to look at. Yeah, there's this pretty annoying thing Sega does. Sometimes at events and stuff like the Sonic Cafe, for example, they just so casually deck the place with a plush, and it's really annoying that they don't let you buy it. So yes, while I'm eating my Eggman omelet, I get to stare at plushes going for almost 2,000 each. That's nice. But overall, the SA2 plush set is an amazing set. They're already stepping up compared to the last set, so will this trend keep going? Can the next plushes be even better? Let's find out. In 2003, a new Sonic anime was made, Sonic X. Sonic X is an anime that ran from 2003 to 2007. It's pretty popular among Sonic fans who grew up with it, like me for example. Frick Chris. Anyway, the show got a lot of merchandise. Toy Island had a whole toy line, Toy Network had their plushes, and GE had theirs too. So when it comes to SegaPrize, they re-released the Sonic Adventure 1 Sonic and Tails plushes. I mean, I can understand. They're pretty good plushes to re-release. I mean, why fix what's not broken? But it's pretty lazy to be honest. There's some minor differences compared to the originals, with the most notable one being the tag, and Tails who has a closed mouth instead of an open mouth. But overall, there's not much changed. So thankfully, we actually got a new set. That's brand new plushes and characters. There's 11 plushes, with there being 2 volumes, or I guess waves. In wave 1 there's Sonic, Cream, Cheese, Chris, Tails, and Knuckles. Then in wave 2 there's Sonic with a new smirk, Shadow, Rouge, Bokun, and Eggman. It's a big set with a big selection of characters. They got most of the important characters. Speaking of that, some got their first plush, with them having more throughout the years. But characters like Chris and Bokun only have their 1 plush. I mean, I guess Chris has 2 if you count the play-by-play plush. Even though these plushes are smaller, they still look really great. They have a nice charm to them. Some of my favorites have to be from wave 2. Shadow, Rouge, Bokun, and Eggman look really good here. They're detailed nicely and look amazing. Everything SegaPrize made for Sonic X was pretty decent. Despite the rough start, they pulled through and gave us some great plushes. So what does the next year's bring? Will it be better, or will it be worse? Let's find out. After the Sonic X plushes, SegaPrize stopped for years. After the Sonic X plushes, there was the Sonic 2 plushes. Almost an 18-year gap. The Sonic Movie 2 set, consisting of 4 plushes, a big Sonic, and a smaller Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. They're pretty okay, with the most noticeable thing being that they're shiny. It looks pretty weird and a little bad, The facial expression just looks really bad, especially Sonic. What is this? Although I have to say the big plush looks very amazing. It's just overall a better plush. After that, there's not really any other sets. There's just some random plushes here and there. There's a Sonic that pretty much looks like the Joy Polish plush. There's a Sonic X Hello Kitty plush that honestly looks good. I guess I lied because there is this set. It has 6 plushes. Shadow, Amy, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Eggman. They're pretty small and look nice. And then lastly, there's these plushes that are pretty much the same as the Sonic 2 plushes. And that's it. That's every plush made by SegaPrize. Overall, they have a good selection of plushes. But who is better? Sega Sonic the Hedgehog or SegaPrize? And I have to say, I don't know, y'all tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, then consider subscribing. It's free and helps a lot. And with that said, join the Discord, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.